Did you know that 92% of people fail to achieve their goals? Think about that. Only 8% of people actually succeed. Why is that? It's not because people are lazy or unmotivated. It's because they keep falling into the same exact traps over and over again. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to not achieve your goals in 2025. So you can avoid those same traps and mistakes and actually be part of that 8% that achieves their goals. So one of the best ways to not achieve your goals in 2025 is to start without a clear goal. Make sure to kick off the year with a goal like, I want to eat healthier, or I want to be smarter, or I want to save money. That is the best way to not achieve your goals in 2025, or at least one of them. When your goal isn't clear, you'll lose focus quickly because there's nothing to aim for. Now, a better approach is to set a clear, exciting goal. For example, rather than saying, I'll save money this year, you'll say, I'll save $1,000 in 90 days by setting aside $11 every single day. A specific, exciting goal gives you something to look forward to and work towards every single day. Now, you know on this channel, we love sports analogies, right? So imagine that you're about to play the Super Bowl, right? Which this year, I believe is going to be the Chiefs. Yeah, I don't know who it's going to be. I lied. But let's say that you're entering that Super Bowl, right? And you're the head coach. Imagine that you get an extra week to prepare and you still don't have a game plan for success. Now, if they do this in sports for a game that they're going to play for 2 to 3 hours max, imagine doing this with life. Imagine going and setting a goal for yourself that's going to take a certain amount of time that's way longer than 2 or 3 hours and not having a game plan. But this is what people do every year, and it is exactly why 92% of them don't achieve their goal. Now, the second way to ensure that you do not achieve your goals in 2025 is decide to change your life overnight. So, bruh, tonight, I want you to write down everything you're not gonna do. You're gonna read a book, you're gonna quit sugar, you're gonna work out every day, 2-hour workouts. You're gonna do all this stuff starting tomorrow, and it's just gonna stick perfectly. All right? Do that if you want to ensure failure. Now, this fails because it sets you up to get overwhelmed. Not only that, but it also sets you up to feel like a failure. Bro, there was a reason why you weren't already doing those things. There was a reason why you weren't working out. There was a reason why you weren't waking up on time. There were reasons. And when you decide to change certain habits, that just starts the journey of first uncovering why you weren't doing them in the first place. And I used to fall into this trap all the time. And this is something that I feel like a lot of discipline gurus and motivational, inspirational people on YouTube don't talk about. A lot of becoming the best version of yourself and building better habits has to do with your ability to not give into the trap of changing your life overnight. Because this is something that I probably struggle with the most. Of all these ways that I'm giving you to not achieve your goals, this is the one that I struggle with the most. Because I would get that 3 a.m. motivation where I'd be like, man, I have all this potential. I can change my life today. And mind you, that's like great energy to have and use. And it's crucial. But there is a skill that you have to have of using that energy strategically. Because if you don't, you will not achieve your goals because you will get overwhelmed and feel like a failure. Now, one thing that I did that helped me not do this and achieve my goals is that I decided to focus on one goal at a time. Not only that, but I would break it down into manageable steps. And I'll actually include a picture of this of my whiteboard that I used to have. I think it was back in like 2023 or maybe 2022. But it was when I first figured out how to stop doing this and to just focus on 1 to 3 things at a time. That way I could ensure my success. So there's a story about a student who goes up to the master and he says, "Master, how long will it take me to master karate if I just work hard and dedicate myself?" The master thought about it and he said, "About 10 years. And the student got impatient because that was too long of a time period for him to not be a master already. So he says, "Master, what if I work every day, all day, 24 hours a day, unrelented focus, unrelented discipline. I do everything you tell me to do and more. If I do that, then how long would it take me to become a master?" Master looks, thinks about it, says, about 20 years. The more that you try to do, the less that you actually do. So when you try to do too many things at once and you try to fit it in this timetable, this perfect timetable of what you're going to do every single time, all day, every day, and just do this drastic change, it's going to take you even longer. So actually being patient with yourself and starting small actually fares better in the long run. And that leads us to my third way to ensure that you do not achieve your goals in 2025. And that is to spend hours planning, but not doing. The reason this will ensure your failure is because it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're being productive, even though you actually aren't. So I had 2 dogs, right, named Jay and Sasha. Sasha was a really fast dog, and Jay was also fast. You know, he was a Jack Russell Terrier, but he wasn't as fast as Sasha. But whenever I would play fetch with the dogs in the house, Jay would always find a way to get the ball. Now, why did this happen? Well, because we had wooden floors. So when I would throw the ball, they would move their legs as fast as they could, right, to get the ball. But because Jay was slower, he actually made more progress to get the ball than Sasha, even though Sasha was moving faster. Just because you're moving faster doesn't mean you're making more progress. So a better approach to ensure that you actually achieve your goals in 2025 is to ask yourself, what's one thing I can do today that will push me directly towards my goal? And then once you've answered that question, you focus all of your energy there. The fourth way to make sure that you don't achieve your goals in 2025 is to focus on the results and not the process. For example, rather than focusing on getting a good workout, eating healthier, and getting adequate sleep at night, just focus on losing weight. Doing this makes sure that you don't achieve your goals because success is built on consistent habits. And without them, your goals stay out of reach. However, if you want to become a part of the 8% that achieves their goals, focus on 3 to 5 habits that the version of yourself that has achieved the goal does every single day. Then start doing them right now. For example, the version of myself that has saved $1,000 in 90 days, they save $11 every day. How do they save $11 every day? Well, they wake up in the morning and the first thing that they do is they transfer $11 to their savings account. So rather than me focusing on saving $1,000, all I'm focused on is saving $11 a day. Now there's a rule that I learned 2 years ago that has completely changed my life. And it's called the 2-minute rule. And the rule goes as follows. If you are trying to build a new habit, it should not take more than 2 minutes to do. So if you look at my daily habit tracker that I have on my phone, you'll see that it doesn't just say to journal every day, nor does it just say to read every day. It says journal 1 sentence a day. It says read 1 page a day. For my meditations, it says take 10 breaths per meditation. Doing this helps you build momentum. And then once it's become a habit, then you can focus on the duration, and then it'll actually be easier for you to do those things for a longer period of time because now you already do them. Now, the last thing that I'm going to give you that makes sure that you do not achieve your goals in 2025 is to not sacrifice anything for your goal. Keep saying yes to everything. Keep scrolling for hours at night. Keep binge watching Netflix shows. Keep spending hundreds of dollars when you go out every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. Keep doing everything that you're doing right now, and I promise you, you will not achieve your goals in 2025. If you don't sacrifice for your goals, then your goals become the sacrifice. Now, if you actually want to be a part of the 8% that does achieve their goals, then I suggest that you make a list of everything you're willing to sacrifice for your goals. And when I coach clients, I tell them, just like how I'm about to tell you right now, you can have anything you want in life. It is just a matter of what you are willing to sacrifice for that goal. Now, one thing I've learned over the course of my life and studying other successful people is that if the answer to the question, what are you willing to sacrifice for your goals, isn't everything or close to it, the chances of you achieving that goal are slim to none. And that's because if they are big enough goals, then they will require discipline. And discipline is sacrificing the pleasures that you would feel right now for the pleasures of actually achieving your goals in the future. When I look back at all of my accomplishments, both in sports and in life, whether that be leading the district in interceptions, whether that be walking onto a Division I school and earning a scholarship, whether that be starting my own business, no matter what goal that I have accomplished, I had to sacrifice everything or close to it. I sacrificed time with my family. I sacrificed fun nights out with friends. And one of the main things that I really sacrificed is the comfort of lying to myself. I no longer accepted lies like, oh, he's only accomplished this because blah, blah, blah. And, oh, I can't do this because blah, blah, blah. No, I lived with the uncomfortable truth that where I am in life is a direct reflection of my thoughts and actions, and my thoughts and actions alone. So when you're answering this question, don't just think about the external things that you have to give up, because you also need to be willing to give up your thought patterns and your belief systems and everything that you've identified with, because in order to achieve your goals, you have to become the person that has achieved them. And that will require you to let go of certain thoughts and beliefs that you have right now. So, 92% of people that set goals at the beginning of the year do not achieve them, and it's because of the 5 traps that I just told you. They start without a clear goal, they try to do everything at once, they spend hours planning instead of doing, they focus on the results and not the process, and they refuse to sacrifice anything for their goals. Now, if you've made it to the end of this video, I know that you want to be a part of the 8% that actually achieves their goal, and I want to help. So that is why I included our 5-step CHAMP framework that will ensure that you have a game plan for your goal. I will leave the link in the description down below, and I actually want you to do it right now. Don't put this off and say, oh, I'll do it later, because you're just lying to yourself and you're just falling into the trap of the 92%. So actually take 5 to 10 minutes out of your day and create a game plan for your goal, and start now. Start today, because there is no other day than today, and there is no other time other than right now. Love y'all, man. Dame out.